So the boring side of trading, risk management. This is the part of trading that majority of traders overlook and they do not take it seriously, and that's why they end up getting burned time and time and time again in the market. I see it all the time. They're going with big, massive, whopping standard lot trades and go for 3 to 4 pips and get 40, 50 pound, euro, USD, whatever base currency they've got and think they've done well. And then what will happen is the market will go against them, and maybe they had a winning streak for a month or so there was all hyped up. There was jumping in and out of trades, not knowing what they were doing, but winning. And then all of a sudden, one trade will wipe out their entire account because they got greedy. What people need to understand is the markets run on fear and greed. People get greedy and people get scared. And this is what happens over and over and over again in the market, and unfortunately throughout the retail crowding trading community. So this is what the banks and institutions rely on as well. So in the Trap Trader program, you're going to learn a basic risk management strategy that we use, and that's the 2% rule. And then once we get further into your education, we're going to talk about increasing that and learning how to scale in and out of trades as well. So in this section, we're just going to keep it really simple. We're going to talk about the basic side of risk management. Now, if you stick to this plan, you only have to win 40% of your trades to be a profitable, consistent trader. Okay, so before we enter a trade, guys, you need to know exactly what you're willing to lose on that trade. And the way that we trade as well, we plan our ideas in advance, so we know exactly when to get in the market, when not to get in the market, and how much we're willing to lose. Majority of people, again, unfortunately, focus on how much they're winning, when what you really need to be doing is focusing on keeping your winnings and minimizing your losses. It's the only thing that you can control in the markets, is how much you're willing to lose. Okay, it's a different mindset. So it's not just about the losing the equity of your account either. Trading, like we spoke about before, has a lot to do with human emotions. And if you can put a systematic approach on how you trade, then it eliminates the fear of losing. Okay, and we're going to talk about that in the power of 10 in the next video, what you're going to see. But it stops you from over leveraging. It takes away the trading anxiety that you get, and it also stops you from staring at the screens all the time, which again the banks and institutions want you to do. Okay, it's a different mindset. So if we've got a systematic approach to building our accounts and trading, then we're eliminating all these natural human emotions. Okay, and we're taking them out. You need to learn how to trade like a robot. With doing this as well, guys, we're planning it, so the result, whether it be a win or a loss, doesn't surprise you. Okay, because you plan the trade, and the results that you get are planned in advance. Okay, so what we're trying to do here is, one, explain that it takes away the fear of losing, and two, explain to you that we're putting a systematical approach to trading as well. So now we're going to jump over to the risk calculator. Okay, so the first thing you need to do is type in babypips.com, and that'll bring you to this page. So go to Google or whatever web browser that you use, type in babypips.com, and that'll bring you here. Now the only thing I use on this website, guys, is the tools. Okay, I'm not interested in anything else on there. And once you click on tools, okay, up here, you scroll down to the position size calculator. Now the first thing that you need to remember about managing risk is that each currency pair has a different value per pip. Okay, they're not all the same. So what I mean by that is, if you're trading 0.02 on GBP USD, you need to understand that it's not the same as trading GBP AUD, or NZD USD. Each currency pair has a different value per pip. So you need to do this every single time. Okay, now as you can see up here, you've got your account currency. Now we're in the UK, so I'm going to click on GBP, but as you can see, if you're in the States, you can use USD, Europe, Euro, and so on. Okay, so that's the base currency of your account. You need to type in your account balance. For this example, we'll just use the average, which is usually around £200 account starting balance. Risk percent, can you remember from the video? We said 2%, okay, the 2% rule. Now, the strategy that I'm going to teach you, or we're going to teach you to begin with, is the power of 10 that we're going to jump into shortly. And the stop loss on that, depending on the pair, which I'll explain in the video, is 30 pips. Okay, so we're running a 2-to-1 risk reward, which we'll go over in a second, but the stop loss on the strategy that I'm going to teach you in the upcoming video is 30 pips. Okay, so for this bit at the bottom, do not let this confuse you. Now, as you can see, because my base currency is GBP, it's asking for GBP USD as price, but the currency pair that I'm looking to trade is Euro USD. The reason it's doing that is because of the base currency that I'm using. So if I was in the States and I was trading USD, it wouldn't ask me for that. Okay, but because we're trading GBP, it's asking me for the value of GBP USD. So don't let this panic you, but make sure you get it right. You need to give it what it's asking for. So all we do to get that information is we go over to Trading View, we go to GBP USD, just give me a second, which is there, and you can see the ask price is 1.2467. So we take that information back over to the calculator and we write it in 1.2467. Okay, simply click calculate and it gives you your position size that you can take now on your account at 2% risk. It's as simple as that. So again, the reason people don't do this is because they see it as work. Doing this will save you from blowing accounts. I'm not guaranteeing that. I'm just saying if you manage your risk and you follow the system that we put in place, you should be okay, guys. So that's the risk percent calculator and how to use it. So far, we've looked at why risk management is important. We've looked at the position size calculator. Now we're going to look at a little method that we use called the power of 10. Now this will make you understand why it's important to manage your risk, look at the long-term value of trading, okay, having consistency there, and it also makes you realize that you don't need to really panic when a stop loss gets hit when you're doing everything in the right order. So this is called the power of 10, and it's just a simple visual representation of how many trades we need to win to actually be profitable, and I'm sure you're going to be surprised now. So to be profitable out of 10 trades, you only need to win 40%. So 4 out of 10 trades to be profitable, and this is how the calculation works, working on a 2-to-1 ratio, 30 pip stop loss, 60 pip TP. So we're going to average it out. We're going to look at 5 out of 10 trades, which equals 150 pips profit. This is how you do the calculation. So we add up 5 winners, so 5 times 60 pip take profit would be 300 pips. Then we minus the losers. 5 losers equals 5 times 30 pips, stop loss equals 150 pips. Then we simply minus the losers from the winners, which gives us a total of 150 pips. Understanding the maths behind the method makes you realize that you only need to win 4 out of 10 trades to be profitable. So there's no need to panic. It takes away the anxiety of trading. And let's face it, guys, no one is 100%, okay? Nobody that I know is 100%. This is trading, okay? Some days we might lose a trade. Some days we might win 2 trades in a row. Some days we might have 4 or 5 stop losses hit in a row. We can't control that. The only thing that we can control is the amount we're willing to lose. Just remember that, guys. So in the next video, we're going to go over this. We're going to combine risk management with the power of 10, and we're going to back test a currency pair and show you how the indicator works.